Well, good evening and welcome to another Local Origination Channel broadcast tonight. Tonight we're going to move to the ranks of middle schools, and it's going to be the Honeysuckle Middle School Hornets against the Girard Middle School Rebels. And the Hornets won the toss, deferred to the second half, so they'll be kicking it off. Deep for the Rebels is number 10, Christopher Cleckley. Here's the punt. It's end over end. And it's going to hit the ground at about the 18. Number 10 picks it up at the 8. Crosses the 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Down to the 32-yard line goes number 10, Christopher Cleckley. And it'll be 1st and 10 for the Rebels from their own 32-yard line. So not a bad punt. A little indecision about the ball. Picks it up at the 8-yard line and moves it out to the 32, where it's 1st and 10 for Girard Middle School. I'm Bobby Price along with my cameraman tonight, Mitt Kirkland, and we'll try to entertain you with middle school action between the Hornets and the Rebels. Rebels first on the attack.
Quarterback in Girard is number 2, Brandon Thompson.
Number 2 is your quarterback, Brandon Thompson. He's going to be taking the snap, hands off to the big guy, number 46, Brian Butler, and he's met at the line of scrimmage. They're going to give him maybe a half a yard on the play. We'll still say 2nd and 10. Well, they're going to move it back, so it's definitely 2nd and 10, but stopped him for no gain. Your quarterback is number 2, Brandon Thompson. He's an 8th grader. And we'll try to come along with the backfield for you. Number 46 is Brian Butler. And number 24 is Johari Fushi. It's a keeper from the quarterback side. He's going to try to come around the end, but he's going to be sacked for no gain. He ran about 5 or 6 yards, but parallel to the field. So he's going to be stopped for about... well, they're going to give him a yard. Got to give him a yard, so it'll be 3rd and 9 on the play. It was a keeper from Brandon Thompson, and he was trying to turn the corner, saw there was nothing there, then slowed down to reverse the field, and the pursuit from the Hornets knocked him down at the 33, so it's 3rd and 9. Thompson eyes the snap. Somewhat of a shotgun formation. He keeps a keeper, and he is tackled by number 46, Brian Butler, his own player, and he barely gets back to the line of scrimmage, so that's going to bring up 4th down and the punting situation for the Rebels. Clock continues to roll. We're under 6 minutes in the first period. We've had 3 snaps from center and a net of 1 yard for the Rebels. So we're back in punt formation. Here's the snap, and he gets a foot into it, and it's a pretty good spiral. It's going to hit at about the 49-yard line, and number 1, Trey Jackson, able to pull it in at the 50. So it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Hornets at midfield, the 50-yard line. So the Hornets try their look at offense as the Rebels were unable to move it. 3 plays, netted 1 yard. So a pretty good punt, 32, 42. We're going to give him 20 yards on it, but he was punting into a breeze. Here's a pitch back to number 3, tries to turn the corner, and nothing doing for number 3, Brandon Snell, and he's going to be stopped for no gain. Well, maybe they're going to mark it down for a yard loss, so it'll be 2nd and 11. So we go across the far side to the hash mark. Here's a snap from center, keeper, quarterback keeps it himself. That is Trey Jackson. He crosses the line of scrimmage and gets it down to the 46-yard line. So we'll give him almost 5 yards on the play, but it's going to bring up 3rd and 6 to go, maybe 7. The Hornets were able to get that ball off before the Rebels were really set, so that enabled them to pick up about 4 or 5 yards on that play. 3rd and long. Little confusion in the backfield, but your quarterback, Trey Jackson, pitches out to number 3, turns the corner, 45-40, 35-30, 25. He's got to step out of bounds at the 29-yard line. That will move the chains, and it'll be 1st and 10 for the Honeysuckle Hornets. So a nice little pitch out to number 3, Brandon Snell, and he rambles for some pretty good yardage, picks up a 1st down, and the Hornets are in business at the Rebel 29. Here's the keeper from your quarterback again. He turns it inside, and he's going to be tackled by 46 and number 20, I think. And number 46 is Brian Butler, and number 80, Charles Ellis. And picks up about 3 yards on the play. 2nd. Short 7. Brian Butler, one of the captains for the Rebels, along with Charles Ellis, number 80. They were teaming up on the tackle that time of number 1 quarterback Trey Jackson. Here's the snap. He turns it inside. A good fake. He's going to get still on his feet, twisting and turning, and he's going to get down to about the 21, maybe 22-yard line. We'll see where they mark the spot, and it's going to be at the 22. Looks like 3rd and 2.5 to go for the 1st down. Turns it up inside again is number 1, Jackson. He's fighting for yardage, but I think all he's going to pick up there is about 1 yard. So that'll bring up a 4th down. 4th and maybe 1.5, 2 yards. We'll call it 4th and 2. Clock continuing to move at the 2:50 mark of the 1st period. Still no score with the Honeysuckle Middle School Hornets and the Girard Middle School Rebels. Jackson's your quarterback, takes a snap, and he hands off to one of the up backs. And they do cross the 20. That'll move the chains, momentarily stopping the clock at 2:23. Ball carrier was number 20, Tyler Sharon. The chains move for 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line for for Honeysuckle. Quarterback keeps, throws, intercepted by number 22 for the Rebels. 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. He goes out of bounds about the 34-yard line. Number 22 for the Rebels read that one all the way, Devontae Taylor. And he made an interception and moves it out to the 34-yard line. Will be 1st and 10 for the Rebels of Girard Middle School. Great defensive play by the Rebels on that particular play as 22 read it all the way, and Taylor hauled it in and scampered out to the 34-yard line. Will be 1st and 10 for the Rebels. 2 wideouts to the near side, full house backfield. Your quarterback is Thompson. Thompson, high snap, hands off to number 24. It crosses the 35 and maybe down to the 34. We'll see where his forward progress is stopped. That's 24, Johari Foshi. And they're going to give him just a yard on the play.
Yard and a half. 2nd down.
So it'll be 2nd and short 9 for the 1st down for the Girard Middle School Rebels. Clock continuing to roll with the 1:20 mark of the 1st period. Still no score. Rebels back in business with an interception. Brandon Thompson, the keeper, and he's going to lose yardage on the play as he got the ball. There were about 3 green Hornet jerseys there, and he had no place to go. And they're going to mark it back at the 33, so he loses a couple of yards. So it's going to be 3rd and about 11. Nice little breeze blowing today. Sure is a humid afternoon after that rain shower we had earlier in the day. Here's an end around by number 10. He gets a block, crosses, gets to the 40. So he's going to pick up about 6 or 7 yards on that play, short of the first down.
Ball carried out to the 40-yard line. It's 3rd down.
The carry was made by Christopher Cleckley. And he picks up about 6 or 7 on the play. It's 4th and 4. Clock continuing to roll. We're about to end the first period of play. And that is the end of the first period. And there's timeout on the field. And at the end of the first period of play, the score is scoreless between Honeysuckle and Girard. Here's a 4th and 4 for Girard. First and, well, it's 4th and about 3 or 4 for the first down. Back in punt formation. Here's the snap, and the punt is going to hit at the 47, roll to the 36-yard line before it goes out of bounds. So that'll be 1st and 10 for the Honeysuckle Middle School Hornets, as the first play of the second quarter gets underway with a punt from Girard Middle School, as they were unable to pick up any yardage, enough for a first down anyway. So following the punt, the Hornets put the ball in play at their own 37-yard line. Both bands and both cheerleader groups are here tonight for this contest. Here's a snap, and it's a pitch over the head of number 3, and he evades number 70, but number 10 nails him for the Rebels. We don't have number 70 listed on the roster, so we're not sure as to who that player is, but he was able to he missed that blocking assignment, but number 10, Christopher Cleckley, took care of it, and Honeysuckle loses several yards on the play. Loose ball on the ground, and it's going to be recovered by Girard's number 10, Christopher Cleckley. Not a good exchange from the quarterback to the running back, and the Rebels were there to cash in, so they're 1st and 10 on the 25-yard line of the Hornets. So we'll see if they can move it on this series. Less than a minute gone in the second period of play. We're still scoreless, 0-0. As the Rebels take the snap. Looking to run is number 2, Thompson. Tries to turn the corner, and he's going to turn it to get, let's see, almost a yard and a half, maybe 2 on that play. So it's going to be 2nd and 9 inside the 24-yard line for Girard. Comes a 2nd down play. And we have a timeout called by the Rebels to talk things over. 6 minutes, 22 seconds left in the first half. Takes a snap. Bryant takes, pitches out to number 81, who crosses the 20, down to the almost the 15-yard line. That pass play good to Ryan Mullins. And it's going to be close for a first down. And they're going to call it a first down as they move the chains. First and 10 from the 15-yard line.
Girard on the 15-yard line.
The Big Blue of Girard trying to move the ball now. They've just picked up 10 yards and now have a first down play, trying to take it in under 6 minutes of the half. Bad snap from center. And Thompson just picks up the loose ball and does whatever he can. He loses back to the 20-yard line, so it's going to be about a 5-yard loss in the play.
Second down.
Got to bring up a 2nd and 15 just outside the 20. The city of Dothan trying to rejuvenate their middle school program. Here's the second down play. 2nd and 15. Bryant looks, throws. Pass is intended for number 42, which is Eric Major, and it falls incomplete, and it's going to bring up a third down from the 20-yard line. 3rd and 15 from the 20.
That's incomplete. Third down.
Incomplete pass stops the clock at 5 minutes and 2 seconds left in the first half. The Big Blue of Girard Middle School trying to cash in from this series. Man in motion, hands off to the up back, 46, and he's gonna take it inside the 5 to about the 3-yard line. Goes number 46, Brian Butler. And he scampers for about, 22 yards. And going to pick up a 1st and goal at the 3.
First and goal, Girard at the 3.
4 minutes, 50 seconds and counting in the first half. Good play up the middle by number 46, Brian Butler, as he took the handoff from his quarterback, Brandon Thompson, and runs 22 yards to the 3. Here's the snap. Quarterback keeps it, looks, throws, and he takes it into the end zone. 3-yard run from number 2, Brandon Thompson. And it's 6 points on the scoreboard for the Big Blue of Girard Middle School. All right, we're lined up at the 3 for the extra point. Here's the snap. It's high. Shuttle, a little Utah shuttle pass out to number 24. He takes it in, Foshi, but it's incomplete. So the extra point attempt is no good. And with 4:28 left in the first half, it's now 6-0 in favor of the Girard Middle School Rebels. The score 6-0 with Girard just taking it in for a touchdown. They go for 2 on the try, and that fails, so the score be 6-0. Number 10 is about to kick off for Girard. That's Brandon Thompson. As he approaches, he kicks its own sides, and guess what? I believe Girard has the ball. I believe they do. Little razzle-dazzle there from Coach Benjamin as they try the onside kick, and it works. 1st and 10 for Girard. Well, I don't, now the official signal.
1st and 10.
The officials were kind of slow making the call there, as I was about to wonder if middle school play was a little different. But anyway, it's 1st and 10 for Girard, who leads 6-0. Thompson's your quarterback. Man in motion. Flips to number 42, comes around to the near side, turns the corner, across the 50. Is going to fall forward to the 47-yard line. Goes number 42, Eric Major. On and end around, and a toss from the quarterback. Picks up a couple of yards on the play, 2nd and 8. Under 4 minutes left in the first half of play. We have a 2nd down call with 8 yards to go. Wideouts to the far side. Number 42 and number 10. That's Clickley and Major. Hand off to 24, tries to turn the corner, and he gets back to the line of scrimmage, maybe a yard on the play.
About a yard. 3rd down.
So it's 3rd and 6 for the first down. Thompson's got the next play in, goes into the huddle. So we're set. Number 10 comes to the near side, and I believe we're going to have an offsides call against the Hornets unless someone moved on the offense. The officials talk it over. Dead ball offside, so marched it off 5 yards
Offside.
against the Hornets. It's going to put it to the 41-yard line. Bring up 3rd and short, maybe a yard for the first down.
Make it 3rd and 2.
Yard and a half, maybe 2 yards for the first down. Thompson, the quarterback. In motion goes number 10, pitches to him. He comes down, tries to turn the corner, and he's going to be thrown for a loss back to the 35-yard line. So he's going to lose about 4.5, maybe 5 yards in that play, and it's going to bring up a 4th down call. The Hornets smell that one out pretty quickly and threw him for a 5-yard loss. So it's 4th and 7. Back in punt formation, number 81, Ryan Mullins. Ball is snapped over his head. He picks it up, tries to run it, and he is nailed by number 28 for Honeysuckle. That's Preston Hayes. And number 81 really hit the dirt hard was Ryan Mullins. So they'll take over on downs, 1st and 10. Their best field position in quite some time. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line of the Rebels. A snap from the center over the punter's head. He tried to pull it in and pick it up and run with it, and then he thought about throwing it. But about that time, Preston Hayes came along and really knocked him down. Full head of steam for the Hornets. Number 20, Tyler Sharon, and he's going to pick up about 2 yards on that play. 2nd and 8. It's a lateral. And trying to do a little razzle-dazzle, and that snuffed out, smelled by the defense, and he's going to be thrown for about a 5 or 6 yard loss minute 2 seconds left in the period, with the score Girard leading Honeysuckle by a score of 6-0. So to the near side, the the defense of the Rebels, trying to get things together on this defensive play. The time is running out in the first half on this third down play. It's got to be third and about 13 or 14 for the Hornets of Honeysuckle Middle School, as they had a 1st and 10 at the 46, and it's now 3rd and 13 from the 49. So we'll see what the call is going to be here with these remaining minute and 2 seconds to go in the first half of play. Girard leading by a score of 6-0 off a 3-yard run by quarterback Brandon Thompson. That was set up on a nice play to 81 Ryan Mullins for about 22 yards. Nice flip to number 3, turns the corner down to the 40, and he's not going to pick up enough yardage for the first down, as he gets about 9 yards on that play, and it's going to bring up a 4th and about 4, approaching 40 seconds of the first half. So Trey Jackson sets call. Here's the snap. Hands off to number 3, Brandon Snell, and he stopped for little to no gain. So the ball goes over, 1st and 10 for the Rebels with 22 seconds left in the first half of play. So as Girard takes over on downs, we have about 20 seconds left to go in the first half of play. So Girard will probably snap the ball, probably content to go in with their 6-point lead at the half, but we'll see what the call is here for Coach Benjamin. .22 seconds left in the half. Thompson is your quarterback, number 2. Here's the snap, and it's a knee taken at the 40-yard line. And
Brandon Thompson taking a knee.
It'll bring up 2nd down. And there's a flag on the play. No, I don't think there was. As the time expires in the first half, and that brings us to the first half. So the score is the Girard Middle School Rebels 6, the Honeysuckle Middle School Hornets 0.
Good afternoon, everyone. We'd like to introduce the 2006-2007 Girard Middle School cheerleaders. Jordan Clark, Miriam McCray, Captain Bailey Meadows, Caroline Meadows, Co-Captain Madison Morris, Presley Septico, Ashley Tidwell, Allie Benson, Cindy Wade, Peyton Watson, co-captain, Chelsea Wimpish.
All right, we're just moments away from the kickoff of the second half of tonight's contest here at Ripview Stadium. Hello, I'm Bobby Price, along with the cameraman tonight, Mitt Kirkland, and we're bringing you the play-by-play of this middle school contest between Honeysuckle Middle School and Girard Middle School. Girard has the better end of it thus far, and they lead by a score of 6-0, thanks to a 22-yard pass reception to number 81, Ryan Mullins, from quarterback Brandon Thompson, and then a 3-yard run from Thompson into the end zone for the 6 points. The extra point attempt fails, and here's the kickoff, and it's fielded by number 2, Barnard McGee. He takes it about the 30 and brings it across the 35 up to the 39, but I believe we're going to have a holding or illegal block in the back by the offensive team. And it's an illegal block in the back. Looks like it's going to be at the 39-yard line where they'll mark it off. As they talk it over with the captains of Girard. So we come to the just inside the 30-yard line, where it'll be 1st and 10 for the Hornets. First and 10 from their own 29-yard line, just shy of the 30. The deep back is number 3, Brandon Snell. Gets a run and head of steam, crosses the 30, and falls forward to about the 34. So we'll give him a pickup of 4 yards on the play. Well, they're going to stop him at about, show his forward progress at the 33.5. So we'll give him just 4 yards. So 2nd and 6, we're going to call it, as the Hornets try to move the ball on this series. Trying to turn the corner up the middle is Trey Jackson, and he is the quarterback, and he picks up maybe a yard to the 35. 3rd down and a long 4. Clock continuing to move. Just under 7 minutes of the 3rd period. 6-0 our score, with Girard on top. The Hornets with the ball. 3rd down play, pitch back to number 3, and he's tripped up in the backfield by number 2, Brandon Thompson, and that's going to bring up 4th down for the Hornets. So in punt formation, it's going to be number 1, Trey Jackson. Here's the punt, and it's a rolling kick that hits about the 38 and rolls to the 29-yard line, where it'll be down by number 10, Anthony Garassi, for the Hornets. 1st and 10 Girard from their own 29-yard line. So the Hornets unable to move the ball. So now we'll see what the Rebels, the Big Blue of Girard Middle School, can do on this particular offensive series. Quarterback Brandon Thompson. Here's the snap, a little low, but he hands off to number 24, across the 30 to the 35, falls forward to the 37-yard line, goes number 24. Foshi for the Rebels. 2nd and 3. Number 10 split to the far side, Christopher Cleckley. Thompson about to take the snap from center. Does, hands off to 24 from the 35. Tries to get to the 37, almost the 38-yard line. And that's going to be about the line of scrimmage. And it's going to bring up third. Well, they are going to give him a yard on the play. 3rd and 1. Number 2, Brandon Thompson is your quarterback all the way. Gets the play from the sidelines. Quickly calls in the huddle, and they come to the line. Thompson with the quarterback, keeps it, calls his own number. He's going to cross the 40 to the 45, fumble. And we'll see who comes up with it. Looks like Thompson able to recover his own fumble as he picks up from the 39 up to the 44-yard line. Moves the chains, 1st and 10. Four minutes, 43 seconds remaining in the 3rd quarter of play. It's 1st and 10, new life for the Rebels. Here's a handoff to 46, up the middle, crosses the 45, powers his way to about the 49-yard line. Goes number 46, Brian Butler, as he picks up about 4.5, maybe 5 yards on that carry. Second down. We'll call it a long 5, short 6. As the Rebels continue with their offensive attack on this series. Brandon Thompson, your quarterback. Here's a snap, and it's a high snap. 46 does finally cover it, and they're going to lose big yardage all the way back to the 34-yard line. As the snap goes over the head of Brandon Thompson. When he tried to field it, there was also a Hornet player there and squibbled away, and 46, Butler, finally falls on it for the Rebels. So it's going to be 3rd and 21, 3rd and 20. First down marker is at the 46-yard line. Here's the pass, intercepted by number 7. And he's going to take it into the end zone. Number 7, Marquez Lynn, intercepts about the 27-yard line and takes it in for 6 points to tie the game up with 3 minutes and 10 seconds left in the 3rd period of play. So we're knotted up at 6 apiece. That pass just totally underthrown by Brandon Thompson. And number 7 had it all targeted in, and he picked it up in full stride and took it to the end zone for 6 points. So Honeysuckle goes for the extra point attempt. In the backfield is number 20, Tyler Chiron, and number 3, Brandon Snell. There's a flag in the end zone.
Flag on the play.
Delay a game against Honeysuckle, which will back it up 5 yards. So instead of it being at the hash mark, the 3-yard line, it's going to be back at the 8. Same 2 remain in the backfield, along with their quarterback, Trey Jackson. Takes the snap, passes, and it's incomplete, but there's a flag on the play. As the officials sort this out, we'll see what the call is. Holding against the offense, so that's going to be a half the distance to the goal penalty. as we try to get this thing put together. So they're just going to mark off 5 yards. So we're back at the original extra point attempt line of scrimmage at the hash mark at the 3. 3 wideouts here to the near side. Into the end zone goes quarterback Trey Jackson. So Girard converts the 2-point play, and they pick up 2 points. So it's now 8-6 in favor of the Honeysuckle Middle School Hornets. So the Girard Rebels are kind of shell-shocked. Couple of penalty plays, one against the Rebels, the other against the Hornets. And the Hornets finally take it in for a 2-point conversion. They lead it by 2, 8-6, with 3 minutes, 10 seconds remaining in the third quarter of play. 8-6 our score, 3 minutes, 10 seconds remaining in the third period. Here's the kickoff, and a big foot into it. Going to be fielded at the 9-yard line by number 10, Cleckley. He crosses the 15, 20, 25, across the 30. Out of bounds about the 32-yard line goes number 10, Cleckley, and he gets good yardage. 1st and 10 for the Big Blue of Girard Middle School. So the Rebels will put it in play, 1st and 10. And they're going to mark his forward progress before going out of bounds at the 31-yard line. First and 10 for the Rebels. They trail 8-6. Your quarterback, Brandon Thompson. In motion goes number 10, takes the handoff, tries to come to the near side, tries to turn the corner. He does, cut back up the middle, finds an opening, crosses the 40 to the 43-yard line, goes number 10, Christopher Cleckley, and I believe he's got enough for a first down. From the 31 to the 40, almost the 43-yard line, it's now 1st and 10 for the Rebels. Thompson still your quarterback. Here's the snap, handoff to 24, cuts back into the inside, crosses the 45, 50, and falls forward to about the 49-yard line. Goes number 24, Johari Foshi, and he picks up some pretty good yardage. Looks like about 8, maybe 9 yards on that carry. It'll bring up 2nd down and a long 2. Clock continuing to move. We're just over 2 minutes left in the third quarter of play. It's an 8-6 score with the Hornets of Honeysuckle Middle School on top. Here's the handoff to 46, and he's met there by number 11 for the Hornets, Jaquez Ware. And he's going to lose about 2 yards on the play. So 3rd and 5. 3rd and 5. Minute and a half left in the third. Here's the snap. Handoff to 24. Crosses the 50. Tries to move it down to about the 47-yard line. We'll see where the forward progress is. Looks like he's going to be a little bit short. 4th and inside of 2. So the Big Blue Machine's going to go for it here on 4th down call. Thompson marks a signal. Takes the snap. hands off to 24 again. He gets enough for the first down yardage, down almost to the 45-yard line, and that's where they'll mark it. So the chains will move. 1st and 10 for the Big Blue of Girard Middle School.
Lunges for the first down. Ball will be placed on the 45-yard line in 1st and 10.
This series began on about the 31-yard line as Girard has moved it to the 45-yard line in Hornet territory. First and 10. Here's the snap. Hands off to number 46, who tries to go up the middle, and he's going to be stopped a little to no gain, as that brings us to the end of the 3rd period of play. The score is the Honeysuckle Middle School Hornets 8 and the Girard Middle School Rebels 6. As we begin the 4th quarter of play, it's 8-6. The Rebels trailing by 2, but they're on the move. Number 2 calls his own number as he crosses the 45 down to the 40, still churning his way, and there's a big pile up about the 37-yard line as Thompson called his own number and moves it down to the 37, so it's going to be 2nd and about 2 for the first down. On this, this is a 3rd down call, 3rd and 2. Oh, and we get a dead ball foul as they stop the play at the 7:13 mark of the game. Illegal procedures the call against the Rebels, so we'll mark it back 5 yards, and instead of 3rd and 2, it's going to be 3rd and about 7 for the Rebels of Girard Middle School. What turned out to be a hot and humid afternoon has kind of cooled off a little bit, but we've got a good whipping noise, and we apologize for the wind noise, but not a whole lot we can do about it, folks. As number 2, Thompson calls his own number once again. It gets back that 5 yards that was marked off on the penalty, but now it brings up 4th down. 4th and about 3 for the first down. 6 minutes, 30 seconds remaining in the contest. It's an 8-6 score with the Hornets of Honeysuckle Middle School leading by 2. And the Rebels are going for it. Thompson's your quarterback. Marks the signals, takes the snap, calls his own number. He's going to move about 2 yards, and he's going to be stacked up about the 37, so it's going to be short of the first down. So the Hornets have held, and the ball goes over on downs. So with 5 minutes, 58 seconds remaining in the game, it's Honeysuckle's ball as they start back the other direction from their own 38-yard line. Number 1, your quarterback, Trey Jackson, called his own number, sweeping across the far away, breaks one tackle, drops the ball. And there's a flag on the play, and a loose ball, and we'll see what the call is. as Jackson took the snap, faked a pitch back. Of course, there was no one in the backfield, and scampered to far away and made pretty good yardage out of it. No flag on the play, but he coughs up the football. So Girard gets the ball back, and they're on the Hornet side of the 50 at the just inside the 48-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10 for Girard with 5:44 to go. Here's the snap, and it's a pitch back to number 10, who turns the corner on the 50, 45 to about the 40. Well, let's see. They're going to mark his forward progress at about the 44-yard line. So it'll pick up about 3 yards on that play, so it'll be 2nd and 7. Offense next set for the next play. Flank to the far side is going to be number 10. Excuse me, that's 42. He comes on the end around. He gets the snap. Trying to turn the corner, and he's going to be nailed at the 48-yard line back in Rebel territory. So he's going to lose about 5 or 6 yards on that play. Was number 42, Eric Major. Number 10, Chris Cleckley coming into the game, along with number 2, Brandon Thompson, your quarterback, with a new play, 3rd and about 13 for the first down. Got to get down to the 37.5-yard line in Hornet territory. Here's the snap, a handoff to number 46, who crosses the 50, breaks another tackler, gets to the 40, just inside the 44, and he's going to pick up some pretty good yardage. Still good ways to go for the first down. It's at the 43-yard line, and that brings up a 4th down call. So we got a big play in this game right here as the Rebels need a first down. Of course, the Hornets going to try to prevent it. Thompson, your quarterback. And we have a flag on the play. That was movement. But were they drawn off or were they offsides? Illegal procedure, so they were drawn off. So we'll back it up 5 more yards. So it'll be 4th and 9 for the Rebels. Three minutes and 43 seconds left in the game as clock's running. Girard has got to go for it because they need to convert. Here's the snap. As there was some extracurricular activities going on the sidelines as the play comes out of bounds. But no flag, so the ball goes over on downs. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Hornets. Coach Benjamin really wanted a late hit penalty there out of bounds, but just did not get it. So the defense comes back on the field. 3:19 to go. as the Hornets split. Number one keeps his, calls his own numbers. He turns the corner, and he's going to be tackled for little or no gain. It's going to bring up a second down. Under 3 minutes as the clock continues to tick. Played for no gain. Second down for the offense of the Hornets, who just are content to let the clock roll. And it rolls at 2:35 to go in the contest. 8-6. Hornets lead by 2. Number 3 gets a great burst of speed through the line of scrimmage. Takes it across the 50 down to the 49-yard line. And it's going to bring up a third and about 4. Two minutes, 10 seconds left. As the Rebels trying to stiffen here on this particular series. Hand off to number 3. Fumbles the ball. Flag is falling as the Rebels get the ball, but we have a flag. There's a minute and 51 seconds remaining. As the Rebels get the ball back, as the ball goes over, they wave off the flag. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Rebels. And that's going to be taking place at the 43-yard line. Minute 51 seconds left. The Rebels going to have to move it fast if they expect to win this contest. About 52 yards. No, 57 yards to the end zone. Here's the snap. And he's going to be slung to the ground by number 98. Well, we don't have, number 88. We don't have an 88 listed on the program for Honeysuckle. But he's a pretty good sized fella, as he threw the quarterback down for a big loss back to the 33-yard line. So the stage is set as the Hornets just need to hold on for a minute 41, but the Rebels trying to change that as they trail by 2. The Rebels got on the scoreboard first thanks to a pass play from number 2, Brandon Thompson, to number 81, Ryan Mullins. Picked up 22 yards, put them 1st and 10 from the 3. 1st and goal from the 3. And they were able to take it in on the next play, and they led pretty much throughout the rest of the contest. But on another pass play from Thompson, an interception by number 28, Preston Hayes, took it into the end zone. The 2-point conversion was good. That's the difference in this ball game. Here's a pass to 46, crosses the 45 to the 40. And he's going to make his forward progress to about the 40-yard line. So he's going to pick up about 8 yards on the play as the clock rolls at a minute 25. We have 3rd and 12 for the Rebels of Girard Middle School. Minute 3. Here's the snap. Handoff to 24. Looks to go around the inside. Cuts it upfield. Crosses the 45 to about the 48-yard line. At 50 seconds mark, and it's going to be 4th down. 4th and about 6 for the first down as the clock continues to roll. 36 seconds to go. So this is it right here. They convert or it's all over. 27 seconds. 25. And they pass. As number 10 fell, the coach wanted a flag, did not get the flag, and I believe that's going to be called on the coach. Yep. That's probably going to be after the play, so we'll see what's going to transpire here. As the officials try to sort this out. The line of scrimmage was the 47, and they mark off it back to the 32, 15 yards, so it's still 4th down. So we have time for another play with 14 seconds left as the officials try to sort everything out. Now it's now they're changing it over to 1st and 10. For the Hornets. Which is, that was a 4th down play. The penalty took place after the play was completed. So they go back to the original line of scrimmage on the incomplete pass, and then they mark off the 15 yards, so it's 1st and 10 for Honeysuckle with 14 seconds left. And the ball is just going to be down. Let the clock roll at 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, and that's going to wrap it up here as the Rebels of Girard Middle School are going to fall by a score of 8-6 to the Honeysuckle Middle School Hornets, 8-6 as Honeysuckle wins it. So for Mick Kirkland, this is Bobby Price saying good night from Rip Pugh Stadium.